Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students of version 11, Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss about a important topics from dynamics chapter, centripetal acceleration. So let us discuss first of all what is called centripetal acceleration, and now after then we will discuss about the equation of the centripetal acceleration. So first of all of the student will must memorize and remember the centripetal acceleration as a knowledge type question. What is called centripetal acceleration? So when an object will move along with a circular path, an acceleration acts along with the center of the circle, and this type of acceleration is known as centripetal acceleration. You can memorize this definition from any writer's book as you choose better. So centripetal acceleration, so again, when an object will move along with a circular path, so an acceleration will act along with the center of the circular path of the circle, and this type of acceleration is known as centripetal acceleration. So now to find out the acceleration, we know that acceleration means the rate of change of velocity. So to find out the acceleration, here from our information we have been confirmed that to find out the acceleration we need the change of velocity for a definite interval of time, and then we can find out the acceleration by dividing the velocity with that particular time, definite interval of time. Suppose along with this circular path an object is moving with the velocity vector v, with the uniform velocity v. Suppose an object is moving with along with the circular path with a uniform velocity v, and the radius of the circular path is suppose r, and while the object is moving along with this circular path, when the object was at point A, then the velocity was suppose vector va, and the direction of the velocity will be along with the tangent AC. And suppose after a definite interval of time, a very shortest interval of time, after delta t second, suppose the object is remaining at point B, and here at point B the velocity is vector Vv, and the direction is along with the tangent BD here. So let us again discuss. Suppose an object is moving along with the circular path with a uniform velocity vector v, and the radius of the circular path is r. We can identify here the radius of the circular path is r, and while the object was at point A, the velocity was vector va, and after a shortest interval of time delta t, when the object was at point B, the velocity was vector vv, and at point A the direction of the velocity was along with the tangent AC, and at point B the direction of the velocity of the object was along with the tangent BD. Here we can see, although the object is moving with a uniform velocity v, but at point A and at point B the magnitude of velocity is same, but direction is different. At point A the direction of the velocity is along with acting AC tangent, and at point B the direction of the velocity is acting along with the tangent BD. But at point A, at point B, the mode of the velocity is same, but the direction is different. So we can write both A and B, the velocity will be, the mode of the velocity will be, so velocity Va, and velocity at point A the velocity was Va, and at point B velocity was Vv. So the mode of the velocity is Vv, and suppose the mode is v. So at point A, at point B, the velocity will be same. The mode of the velocity, magnitude of the velocity will be same, but direction will be different here. Again, now if you consider a triangle, suppose a triangle PQR here. From this triangle PQR here, suppose along with PQ, here is acting velocity VA, and along with PR, here is acting velocity VB. Then the change of velocity may be considered as the change of velocity. We can write in this way: change of velocity may be considered as, first of all, the object was at point A, then after a shortest time delta t, the object was at position B. So in the same way, we can say the change of velocity is here AB. Change of velocity here vector AB, and here considering this triangle with this given information, there is change of vector QR here, and equal to, suppose the change of velocity is vector del v. So from the triangle law, from here, according to the triangle law, we can easily write here the QR will must be identify the change of the velocity here. So according to the triangle law, we can easily find out the change of velocity with the help of this triangle. So now from this triangle, we can write the change of velocity QR equal to change of velocity QR equal to vector PR minus vector PQ. Vector here PR minus vector PR minus vector PQ. Vector PR minus vector PQ. Here QR means the change of velocity del V here. So let us put the value del V, and along with PR, here is acting velocity VB, velocity vector VB, and along with PQ, here is acting velocity VA. Let us put the value vector VA. Okay, there is a velocity here. Now, as we have taken the interval of time here, delta t is very smallest time, so the angle delta theta must be smallest here, will be very smallest angle. So as suppose we have taken delta t is very smallest interval of time, then the angle delta theta must be very small. So as delta theta will be very small, then we can consider here QR as a arc of radius PQ. According to the information of radian angle, you know well from your SSC basic. According to the information of radian angle, if here delta theta is very small, when delta theta will be very small, as we have considered, the here time interval delta t is very smallest. According to the information you can see in some writers' books or letters book, they have taken the time delta t is tends to 0. That means delta t is tends to 0. That means here the duration of time is too much small here. So if delta t, as here the value of the time delta t is very smallest here, so the angle delta theta must be smallest. So according to the radian angle, here QR can be considered as an arc of radius PQ. So from this information we can write easily here. So According to the radian angle, information of radian angle, we can write delta theta equals to QR by PQ. Here, now QR is the magnitude of del V. Why not? It was the change of velocity to mode of del V, and PQ was the QR was the change of velocity del V, and here PQ indicates the velocity of VA. So let us put velocity VA, mode of velocity VA. So again, mode of del V. So mode of VA we know from our previous information, del mode of del V by V here. We have taken mode of VA, mode of VB equals to V. The magnitude of velocity with whose velocity the object is moving along with the circular path. Now, from this information, by close multiplication, we can find out the value of change of velocity del V, mode of del V equal to V into delta theta. It is a very important information. We will have to find out or put the value in our another equation. So now we will find out the acceleration. Why not? First of all, we have said that as we will find out the acceleration, so to find out acceleration, we need the velocity and time. From our basic information, we know that acceleration equals to velocity by time. And here, as we will find out the acceleration, so here we need the change of velocity and time here. Here our selected time is delta t, and within this selected time delta t, the change of velocity was del v. So we have got already the value of del v, mode of del v, and we have taken the time delta t. So now we can easily find out the acceleration. So now, according to the equation of acceleration, we can write now acceleration, centripetal acceleration, centripetal acceleration centripetal acceleration here is identified as AC. So acceleration AC equals to limit delta t is tends to 0, mode of del v divided by del t. Why not? We know that acceleration is velocity divided by time. Here we have taken the shortest time delta t, and within this shortest time delta t, the change of velocity was mode of del v. Now let us put the value. So limit delta t is tends to 0, and we have got the value of del v, mode of del v here, v into delta theta. Let us put the value v into delta theta, then by delta t. And now let us write here v limit delta t is tends to 0, delta theta by del t. And now from the information of calculus rules, we can replace here d theta dt equal to v d theta by dt according to the law of the calculus. So now again let us put the value is centripetal acceleration is equal to v into omega. Why not? V into omega. Why not? According to the information of angular velocity, we know omega equal to d theta dt by dt. Okay. So as we have no enough storage here, from now again from here we can write the next lines. Centripetal acceleration AC equals to V into omega. Again we know V equals to omega r according to the relation of linear velocity and angular velocity. So we can replace the value of omega here. So omega equal to V by r. Let us put the value here. Centripetal acceleration is equal to V into, in lieu of omega, V by r here. So the equation will be finally V square by r. So it is the first equation of centripetal acceleration. And again, with the help of the, we can also submit the equation of centripetal acceleration with the help of the angular velocity in this way. So all of the student will must see these lines very carefully. As you have any problem, will must see these lines. Okay, now let us find out the equation of centripetal acceleration with the help of the angular velocity here. The help of angular velocity, let us put the value. Centripetal acceleration, we know that V equals to omega r here. So in this position, let us put the value V equal to omega r, then square divided by r. Again, so now we can write omega square into r square divided by r and r square cross r. So centripetal acceleration omega square into r. So we can submit the equation of centripetal acceleration with the help of these two equations. With the help of linear velocity, AC equal to V square by r, and with the help of angular velocity, centripetal acceleration, AC equal to omega square into r. Now, why this acceleration is called the centripetal acceleration? As here we have taken the time duration delta t is tends to 0 here. So as this time duration is tends to 0 to smallest time, as a result the value of the angle delta theta will must be too much small. This is why the point A and B will be the same point. As here the angle is too much small here, so here point A and point B will be the same point. So in this case, the change of velocity QR will be perpendicular on velocity VB in this case. And when the QR, change of velocity QR will be perpendicular on vector VB, then the direction of the change of velocity QR will act along with the center of the circle. So this is why here the change of velocity is acting along with the center of the circle. This is why this acceleration is known as the centripetal acceleration. It is the main fact. So it is the main fact why this acceleration is called the centripetal acceleration. From this information we have been clear here. So the equations of centripetal acceleration is very much important. These are very important equation in dynamic chapter for both in ACC exam and for both all the admission. So student will must remember and will practice more mathematical term with the help of this two equation of centripetal acceleration. Okay.